Here we go. Here's the impact of internet. Again, I need to tell you that these are my own questions. I went through the book and I thought I should make some revision questions, and here are they, right? What is the purpose of protocols in the internet? Well, protocol is a set of rules and regulations used for communications, and it also defines the standard. So if all these devices follow the same protocols, they can communicate with each other without any issues, and they can establish connections with other network devices. And the idea of setting up standard protocols is that all these devices will communicate with each other across any platform. For example, HTTP, TCP/IP. Internet protocol, for example, right? Any device, any network device which follows internet protocol can connect to internet and other devices and exchange information. How does filter bubble affect the individual's use of internet? Well, filter bubble is basically where the web is suggesting information based on what you search, what your interests are. So the thing is, individual must have a freedom to search whatever the information he wants. But the thing is, in right now the web is controlling your requirements. It is watching what you search for, what you request for, and what kind of your browser history, the purchase history and everything, your locational data, and it is suggesting content for you. So your freedom is, or your privacy to select and access the information that you want, is kind of restricted here. On the other hand, one can say like, okay, I get related information suggested to me, so that I don't spend time on looking at unnecessary, irrelevant data. Or on the other hand, there may be so much of information out there, but you are seeing only one end. What's the difference between global market and global workforce? Well, global market is your audience, your customers around the world, across cities and countries, and global workforce is your employees. If you have branches around the world, or teleworking employees around the world, that's your global workforce, and you are able to get experts from around the world and utilize their knowledge. That's global workforce. How can a company make use of big data? Well, big data is the data collected over a long period of time, and where they can use artificial intelligence to go through the big data and come up with some patterns, interesting patterns, and based on these patterns they can make vital decisions. So the company can find out the different trends of their products, which are selling well, which are selling less, and also they can use targeted marketing, efficient investments. Vital decisions can be taken. They can reduce the waste of money, and they can increase the productivity. They can utilize the investments. So big data really helps them to take vital decisions. But the thing is, like, it's not analyzed by humans, the artificial intelligence will work on the knowledge and come up with valuable information. What are the steps taken to bridge the digital divide gap? Now, digital divide is the two ends in the society where one has access to all the information, the other is left alone, and there are factors affecting the digital divide. I'm not going to talk about them here because it's there in the book, but a possible question would be the steps taken to bridge the gap. Well, governments have included ICT as a subject from small grades, and they have reduced internet tariff, and they are giving donations, computers as donations, and solar powered computer labs, and improving the infrastructure, increasing the coverage of internet and networks, regional centers set up in rural areas. So variety of initiatives taken, and special plans to give computers and laptops Give two examples of user-generated information. Well, user-generated information means it's the user who creates the information and share it with other people, especially wikis and blogs. They're maintained by the individuals. For example, Wiki Travels. It's the travelers who contribute to the information in the Wiki Travels. A blog, if you maintain your own blog, you will be posting your own findings and your information, and people will comment, and you maintain it. So it's user-generated information. Give two applications of crowd map data. Well, crowd map data means it's where the crowd or the public sends vital information to a cloud service, such as their location details, and these can be imported in on top of a map, so that you they can show your location on the map. Things like traffic, online traffic, and then disaster management, where you can flag your location so that the rescue operations can arrive. Those are some of the applications of crowd map data. So remember, it's the crowd which is providing the information, so it is called crowd-sourced data. And sometimes without knowing, they submit their details. Data. For example, in traffic, Google Traffic, they take data from your phone, your location services that you have on in your smartphone, as well as the calls that you take while being in the traffic. Two criteria used in targeted marketing. It's actually marketing. Well, age, location, then your date of birth, your interests, what you have searched for, your browsing history, purchasing history, your time that you come online, all these things, your location details. Right, 4 features of an online gaming community. Well, any online community is based on internet, and it would have things like cloud storage, like hosted applications, chat rooms, uploading, downloading, and streaming blogs, forums, all these things. In any community you can find these. 3 types of threads. Threads. Well, thread is a discussion, a series of discussion about a particular topic. Thread. And there are different types of threads. You have threads in forums, you have threads in SMS, you call it SMS thread. You have email threads where you send the email back and forth, replying. It becomes an email thread. What is meant by a moderated forum? Well, moderated forum means a forum is a discussion platform. People might use variety of methods, like and they might misuse these forums. They might publish inappropriate content. They might type inappropriate words. They might share inappropriate links. So moderated means they are checked, unless the content is checked and validated. Sometimes before going online or after going online, they may remove unnecessary details, exchange. So moderated means it's checked for the validity and the appropriateness, right? How can geotagging be a threat? Well, geotagging means saving your locational details with any kind of content that you are going to share, whether it's a post, whether it's a photograph. Geotagging can be a threat because those data or content that you share may be used to extract the geotagging or the geolocation details and used to track you, trace you, or come behind you, right? And even blackmailing you. What is meant by grooming? Well, grooming is pretending to be your friend, someone pretending to be your friend, trusted friend, but his intention is cruel. His intention is to steal your personal information, maybe cause trouble, maybe to steal your dad's credit card details through you. So if they come closer to you and trying to get acquainted with you, and you should look for it. It can be a grooming incident. What is meant by geo-blocking? Right, geo-blocking, it's like geographically restricting your access. So according to your location, it will restrict access to the information. There is something like YouTube blocking videos in our country. So especially it helps them to not to have any issues with countries that do not have proper laws like other countries, or lack of law statements. I mean laws regarded to the computer related details. So geo-blocking is a way of controlling access based on your location. Right, that's it. That's impacts of internet, and our final video will be about online information and the cloud.